Lewis Hamilton, Toto Wolff snubs Brit for shock. 2019 F1 Championship winner Lewis Hamilton drove home the double for Mercedes last year after comfortably seeing off the challenge of Ferrari Sebastian Vettel. However, Bottas came under huge criticism for finishing fifth in the same car as his five-time world champion teammate. But Wolff believes his Finnish star will come good this year and be able to challenge at the front of the grid. Beating a five-time world champion at the peak of his activity, peak of his performance, is going to be very difficult, and Valtteri knows that, Wolff said. But I think that he has it in him. I think that he can win. He has proven it on a few occasions, but he had bad luck or was in a position where he could not win. I think if that turns into a positive momentum that is actually driving for the championship, I think that Valtteri can win the championship. Hamilton is no doubt the favorite to win his sixth title to close the gap to Michael Schumacher's record to just one. Meanwhile, Bottas is in the final 12 months of his Mercedes contract, so is driving for his future. And Wolff has laid out the guidelines which the 29-year-old must meet to earn an extension. Valtteri knows exactly where he needs to be, added Wolff. He needs to have all the bad luck gone and perform on a level with Lewis. That is what is needed for the 2020 year. He knows very well that, and he has that in him. Lewis improving means Valtteri needs to improve. I've seen that improvement all the time with him, but you are going against a five-time world champion. He needs a start where is right up there with Lewis and all the other drivers for the championship. That is what he needs. Next news: why is Sauber getting a junior team? Sauber F1 has started a junior team along with Charu's racing system because they want to chart out a long-term plan for the Swiss team's rise to the top of the grid. Team boss Frederic Vasseur made the announcement of the joint project back in November, confirming the Czech outfit will become its junior squad starting from 2019. The squad will compete in 4 categories under Sauber's colors. Apart from its existing presence in F2 and IDIC F4, the Sauber Charus will also start in FIA Formula 3 Championship and the Italian F4. This will allow Sauber to keep an eye on the progress of its junior drivers. Vasseur is a veteran of the junior categories and also owns ART Grand Prix. This puts him in a unique position to create a system to find and train talented drivers and bring them to F1 via Sauber. Speaking with Formula Rapida, Vasseur said, "For now, 2019 is the beginning of the project. I want to develop something in the junior series because if you look at the mid-term or long-term project of Sauber, we need to be there, sooner or later. But we have to go step by step. We are quite a small team, but I, still, wanted to develop this kind of partnership. I don't want to indicate that the driver of the car in 2019, especially F2, will be a future Sauber driver, for sure though. We will go step by step. First thing is we collaborate and find good drivers. The most important thing for me is to build up a partnership with the team just to be sure that we have all the data to follow the drivers, their improvement. If we can then collaborate to be supportive in marketing, event, technical side, we will, certainly, support them. As of now, Sauber is the only outfit with such a connection with a team in the junior categories. Most of the other teams field their junior drivers with their preferred outfits. For example, Ferrari sends its juniors to Prima Racing. Vasseur indicated the new partnership will be built over years and the results and benefits will come later. Kevin Magnussen had an unclassified F1 season. As part of a daily series in the run-up to the start of pre-season, Motorsport Week brings you brief left-field reflections and stories of teams, drivers and reserve test drivers that will be part of the Formula One paddock in 2019. After much deliberation, McLaren chose Jenson Button over Kevin Magnussen to partner Fernando Alonso for 2015's reunion with Honda, but the new era got off to a problematic start in more ways than one. Honda's chronic underperformance and reliability setbacks robbed McLaren of crucial preseason mileage, and it got worse when Alonso crashed heavily during testing in Barcelona, an accident still shrouded in mystery to this day. Alonso was ruled out of the next preseason test, and Australia's season opener, with reserve Magnussen drafted back into action, 12 months after he scored a stunning podium on his Formula One debut with McLaren. In a peculiar season opener in which Manor Marussia did not compete, Sauber faced a court case, and 2 other drivers also failed to make the start. Magnussen had a miserable weekend. Magnussen's running was restricted in FP1 and in FP2 he crashed after just 4 laps, having run too deep into the turn 6 right-hander. An engine problem hampered his Q1 effort and he qualified firmly at the back, but he didn't even get the chance to take up his spot on the grid as a smoky engine halted his MP430 on the reconnaissance lap. He completed just 33 laps all weekend and, with Alonso returning for the second round of the year in Malaysia, that was it for his 2015 season. His non-start means he was officially not recognized in the FIA's final championship standings. Magnussen left McLaren later in the year and explored options in LMP1 and DTM, but was thrown a Formula One lifeline by Renault when Pastor Maldonado's funding dried up due to the worsening economic situation in his native Venezuela. Magnussen returned to the grid with the French manufacturer for 2016, then switched to Haas for 2017, finishing a career-best 9th in last season's championship. Thank you for watching videos.